The red light on?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Please set me up, please.
All right, it being 5:30, call the meeting to order. This is the Tilton Northfield Fire District Commissioners Meeting. It's November 10th, 2025. We're at the Tilton Town Hall upstairs meeting room. In addition to several members of the public present, including many firefighters, thank you for attending. We have the Commissioners, Interim Chief Sean, Deputy Chief Mike, Kathy. Thank you all for being here. I'd like to open the meeting with public comment. First thing I want to say is I want to thank Sean for stepping in and taking the interim position until we work through those details. Open the floor up for any public comment before we get going into our meeting. Yes, sir.
Scott Hilliard, I live in Northfield, I work as the town administrator, health officer in Tilton, and I spoke to each one of you individually, but just for the record, I would like to acknowledge a fine decision made by the Board of Commissioners in naming Sean the interim chief, and I hope that the commissioners will offer it to him permanently. Speaking as a citizen and as somebody who works with Sean, I think he has great leadership skills. I've always appreciated working with him. He plays fair. The public thinks a great deal of him, and I enjoy working with him, and will work with him in the future, including helping do whatever for the department. I think he got a great staff. I think I sat on a board for Sean, a promotion board. I was very impressed. So, hats off to you folks, and I hope you pay him well.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate the words. Anyone else? Dan?
Dan Leathers. I work for the district. I'm the president of the Tilton Northfield Professional Firefighters Association. And I just wanted to also echo kind of what Mr. Hilliard said. I think that while the firefighters are grateful to Chief Sitar and all of his time spent with us, we are looking forward to the future under Chief, hopefully permanently, Chief Belvini. He has the full support of the floor. He's a homegrown guy, came up through the ranks of firefighter, line officer, deputy chief, and hopefully we'll have him as a chief. And he has the full support and confidence of the floor.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyone else? Kevin?
Will there be a residency requirement for the new chief?
I'm not sure how to answer that.
Well, can we answer it?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Kevin, I think the seated board has had some conversation about that, and given Sean's current residence and response time to the district within a few miles in a few minutes, I think is a fair and reasonable exception. We're trying to work with Sean and his family and put forth a contract package that is good for the candidate and also good for the district. But I'm going to speak as one individual, and I don't know that the residency was probably an ideal situation for the previous couple of chiefs if they were in an administrative role and not responding to calls. So that's still to be determined. I think we get a guy that's been working 19 plus years and can respond and can apply and has a great team of line officers, great guys on the trucks. And I think if it was a smaller department with more challenges and the talent that's different than what we have, I'd have a different opinion. But I'll speak my mind publicly that I don't feel that that's you're just a few minutes and a few miles out of. I think if there was a bigger distance and a bigger radius, it'd be a different conversation.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anybody else? All right, well, let's just move on. Right, correspondence, I don't think there is any.
There isn't.
Particular then, huh? All right, building committee report. So, Sean and I were on a call with Lorero this morning, firming up the public information sessions for next week. A few tweaks to PowerPoint presentation, clean things up a little bit. I think we're pretty much good to go for those public information sessions. I know Sean has some more questions that we'll work through between now and then. They're sending a team of 5 people up to answer questions if they get very specific. The presentation will be posted on the website. We have to talk about that, Kathy. We've got to add to the building committee documents.
Yes.
We'll get that taken care of in the next couple of days. There's a couple other documents we want to put up there so the public has access to them.
Do you feel, or have you strategized with the committee? Is it all hands on deck for both nights, or is there kind of a divided, will there be presence of both divided, or is the whole committee?
Most everybody will be available both nights. There are a
Okay.
few people that have some conflicts who can't be there for both.
Yeah, okay, so, but we'll get that, all that hard work and opinion shared
Yep.
as needed, okay.
Yeah, so I think we're ready to go. Obviously, we'll all be there. I think, Mike, you said that you'd be there for both of those. A reminder, they're 6:30 p.m. Monday night is at the Tilton PD, and Wednesday is at the Park Street Station. And Sean, you're going to coordinate opening that up?
Yep, I'll be down there probably 45 minutes, an hour early, and
Right, okay.
You got a guy for that.
So the presentation will be on the website shortly, in the next couple of days,
Yes,
as well as some
tomorrow's the holidays.
supporting, what?
Tomorrow's the holidays, so I can get you the information
Okay.
Wednesday.
As well as some supporting documentation. Any other questions? I think at one of the building committee meetings, we talked about chairs.
we don't have many. I can bring what we have. If
Yeah,
not,
I'll call Paul on that one.
For
Park Street.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, we talked about it, and I forgot where we were going with that.
The members of the committee will be there.
Yeah, I think a couple of them couldn't make both nights, but yeah. Most of them will be there. Any other questions on that?
Not on that one.
This committee needs to appoint Sean to the building committee.
So moved.
Is there a second? A motion made and seconded. Any additional comments or questions? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Whoa, that went quick. We don't mess around here. We got time to take initials, we don't have time to take names.
All right, can we move on? Any other building?
I want to go backwards.
Okay. Paul? Chief's report.
So I emailed you guys the chief's report. I've just hit a couple of topics. You guys get the 2-page report. I threw together the budget stuff. We're 83% through the year, 80.1% through the budget. That was October 31st. Obviously, things have changed now. Fire prevention, that's the busiest fire prevention month I think we've had since I've been deputy. A lot of those inspections were conducted by the shifts. The shifts are doing Tanger right now, so about 20 of those. So that was still 84 fire prevention inspections, which I think still would have been the busiest fire prevention month we've had since I started. Incidents were way down. It was one of the slowest, if not the slowest months of the year, but we're still over 200 calls ahead of last year. So we're still on pace very well to be our busiest year. Overlapping report incidents are in the report. I don't think there's not much going on with apparatus.
Are all the preventative maintenance completed?
All the PMs are completed. I don't think we had the bill for engine two on the manifest, or it might be on the manifest now.
I think there is.
But it's not included, it wouldn't be counted in the budget report here. It came after October 31st.
Can I kick back to fire prevention for a second?
Yeah.
So October historically is a week contained within the month of October, right?
Fire prevention.
Yeah, so what's the, I know kind of the backwards, what was kind of this year's?
This year's theme was I can't remember the name, but it was basically lithium-ion battery fires.
Okay.
Those are nationwide.
Yeah.
They're become a huge problem. And so we went off, we did the kindergarten this year, and we did some preschools, and just talked about safe charging practice. Actually, Dan and Cody,
Yeah.
they did an excellent job. With
I meant to ask before, and we never got into it, so.
Yeah, the school chose not to have us, usually we do the whole school.
Yeah.
We did the whole school last year. They said just kindergarten this year, and then next year we'll do the whole school again.
What's aggravating for me is it used to be check your fire alarms and set your clocks back, and those planets have not aligned in many years, so, no, I'm just curious what the,
Yeah, I think 2 years ago was the smoke detectors. We do, again, most smoke detectors now, unless you buy the very cheapest ones,
Right,
are 10 years detectors. So you're seeing it not become it's still a problem. We still go to so many houses without smoke detectors. And just for the record, and so people know, we do, out of our fire prevention fund, provide smoke detectors for anyone who needs them in the community.
has that been an uptick, or do you feel
Probably a downtick.
down because of the lifespan of the units? think,
I don't know. I can't put my
Is
finger
the
on.
word out, or?
So the hospitals used to coordinate it and get the word out and really do an excellent job. And since Concord Hospital's taken over, they've gotten rid of that program. So it really used to be driven through the hospitals, and it was great. And now it's not. I think that might be part of the problem. Apathy may be another part of the problem.
Yeah. I wonder if there's an opportunity, because I think it's a great thing that, it used to be batteries, and now it's the sealed unit, so I just, I don't want to lose sight of that stuff. Preaching to the choir here.
No, that's yeah.
Do you have anything on the website specific to that?
Probably not. No.
No, we don't.
I can easily add something.
Or partnership with senior center and/or downstairs assistance offices, and if folks that move into and out of apartments, and landlords are accountable, but I don't know. I think there's other places we can plant the flag for prevention.
I know we've been going to the senior center twice a year, once just for lunch and once to do a presentation, and we always leave all the information for that with the senior center, but that doesn't hit, that just hits the people at the senior center, that doesn't hit everybody. We just went, had lunch, Aiden, when was that, a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago we had lunch at the senior center, and we all split up and talked to our tables, and that was discussed.
I don't know where you left off.
That was it. I mean, unless you want me to read down the whole report, I sent the report out to you guys. I was just trying to hit some.
Turn mine down.
Did you get-
That one comment about the apparatus bay and the reorganization.
Yep. So Captain Farrell, as you know, Center Street is cramped. So Captain Farrell cleaned a desk out, a table out, a bunch of other stuff, and then his shift worked, and they made a built-in area against the wall, and it's going to save us just a lot of space. And the less clutter and the less problems we have down there, the better.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have clutter. That station is entirely too small, but we still live in it. It's still our station, and I just wanted to recognize his shift in the nice work. If you're in there, look, he has some nice roughs on. He brought from home. He's doing a barn right now, and he has a bunch of roughs on.
Yeah.
So he provided that roughs on.
Just to the right when you walk in?
If you go into the apparatus bay from the stairwell, take a left,
Yeah.
and you'll see it left, and you'll see it right there.
Yeah, the other right.
Start today.
Yeah.
You should bring donuts.
Those were gone pretty shortly.
Oh, the coffee, not me, pretty good.
What's the current count on the call firefighters?
We were at 13, and I think we're back to 12. We had
brought someone new on, someone exciting, and then all of a sudden he had a life change. I don't think he came to one training session, and so nothing ventured, nothing gained. He was an exciting candidate, but something changed very drastically in his life, and he backed out.
And then you're working on the budget, and we have a meeting on Wednesday.
Yes, me and Kathy have been trying to wrap our heads around it all weekend and then today, and I think we're in a much better spot than we were on Friday. So we can dive deep into that Wednesday if you want. I can tell you, give you a little update. I think Wednesday might be a good day to dive deep into that, or not dive deep, but just kind of.
And Jason, how are you making out with the budget committee?
Well, they're keeping pace. We're still a little bit ahead. So I think if we get into, in our next workshop, get into payroll and
Insurance.
the related costs. So once you do payroll, it opens up a few other doors. I think we get, I don't know, page 5, page 6. We ended at the bottom of the page before we turn the chapter. But it's a good committee. We were missing a couple, but I had 3 former commissioners sitting on that get it, and a lot of, I think is Scott the chair or the vice chair?
Scott's the chair.
Yeah, well, I think we voted him right back into that, so, now, we've had a good conversation, and, Kathy and the chief, Michael Sitar's absence, former chief, he did not show on Monday, so Kathy and I pieced together our best answers to the questions, and we, we had good continuity from where we left to the committee. So we need to just keep going and stay ahead. We, you, us, and then get into committees.
I have that's on Thursday night, correct?
The budget committee is Thursday,
Yeah,
yes.
so if we workshop a few lines and figure out some stuff,
So
they weren't waiting for us.
okay,
is to say.
the budget committee's members, have they all been added into the budget that we'll
Yes, they
also?
have.
Perfect, thank you.
So we're still on the operating side. We're, obviously since we haven't done one articles, they're not doing. We haven't done apparatus and equipment because we're still working that. It's a good team.
Right, Sean, the last item on that list.
So the ambulance committee. So I spoke with Captain Gilman. I spoke with Deputy Robinson, and it's our opinion that we should probably not put the ambulance on the warrant this year. The new to be delivered in 2029. I think it'd be because they've already proved that you can kind of order it whenever you want. You don't have to give any money, and it's an easy cancellation. So it's a good time to go out, see what manufacturers are out there, give the crew a chance to form a committee and decide, where do we want to move a cabinet here, cabinet there?
Yeah.
And still get a good ambulance and just see what else is out there. I like the Hortons. I think they're good ambulances. We like the Fords, but if you don't look, you don't know.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
So I think for ordering reasons, I could list off 15 reasons. I think it's a good time to start an ambulance committee and really see what's out there. And
I think that was a successful strategy with the engine situation. You definitely want, to get things that match or work or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think when I came in and there was, or before here, it was when you had the thing about the engines. Everybody got, had the stakeholders involved that got,
they're the guys using it.
Yeah,
For me to tell them how
that's
to.
exactly the workshop, and that's the format it should be.
Yeah.
From
Well, and I expressed to the board my disappointment in the reaction to, the current ambulance on order,
Yeah.
I think it's time to go look.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah, I have no dissatisfaction with Horton besides the Rev Group stuff.
Right.
But there's other things out there
Yeah,
you might as well
no,
look.
I'd almost, we don't know this stuff and we don't get into it, but I would like to almost consider at some future point, if there was things about the Horton you liked and we had a third truck on the road. So that's why I was on the fence about pushing that out, because if we could get a third truck, then then you have a candidate where you could almost rebody and keep, because the bodies have a shelf life to them,
Yep.
right? So I don't know. So that's something I think the committee can
They
approach
can
and
look into
at.
it.
Yeah, and say, hey, listen, everything above the ground is great, and the truck is, the chassis is crap, but can we, once we have two on the road and we have a third one, can we rebody one? We're not New York, we don't have the quantity, and you can't do it with two.
Yeah.
You can't just have two on the road and do a project like that, but, I think that's just when you spoke of the wheel for exploration. Because that's a pretty expensive, like the bodies are the things that's tying us up at the shop.
Yeah, I don't have any experience with rebodies. I took a class at the National Fire Academy and spoke to a chief out in Ohio. I think they were running 8 ambulances, so they rebody once,
and then they skip, right.
And yeah, so it depends when they rebody. And he had some dissatisfaction. He said, "Yes, I believe the number. And please do not quote, but it was." He said, "You don't save as much as you think you're going to save, but you do save money. You don't save too much time." Because they'll put you right in that same waiting list.
And things don't always plug in right. And so
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's definitely pluses and minuses to it.
Yeah,
I don't have any experience, so I can't really
It's
speak to it.
it's not my decision, but I think it's worth it. Part of the conversation if they're going to explore this.
Good. All right. Well, thank you. Sounds like a good idea. All right, anybody else have any questions on anything on the chief's report? I don't know if anyone had any questions on the status of the budget at the moment. I'm sure we will go into that in more detail on Wednesday. All right, old business. I guess we covered some of this, the CIP and the ambulance. So you sent out the
This is the current
latest.
CFP that I sent out. I haven't made any changes.
That says, okay.
And this is exactly how it's is. I have a lot of suggestions, and I was going to dig into them, and I'm like, this isn't the time. I think this might be something good to push off. I personally push off for a couple months. Let's get through the budget. If we're going to push the ambulance off, this isn't as pressing as it was with the ambulance. If we're going to push the ambulance off, to a committee, let's come and revisit this in a couple months. I think some of the presumptions on page 4 really need to be looked at. Some of them are percentage. Well, one's percentage-wise. Everything else is just dollar figures. I don't think that's the right way to do it. I think some of the other things need to be looked at. So I think this is a good document to maybe push off 3 or 4 months and then come revisit and have a good discussion about what this document really is and what is it showing us. Because I hope these are wrong.
Yeah,
So
no,
I hope the projections are wrong, because if they're not, we're in trouble.
I hope an engine lasts longer. I hope the ambulance that lasts longer, and but something breaks or something hits the fan.
Yeah, and I don't know. If we as a commission made you feel like we wanted you to work on that right away, I don't think our intent.
I don't know where I had a lot of stuff. Thursday and Friday, sometimes I get a little.
Yeah, I was thinking this would be after.
Yeah.
Let's get
After
through
the
the
turn of the
first
year.
of the year type of thing and breathe a little.
Right, but thank you.
Okay.
Because I think we all had a bunch of those same type of questions.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll push that off till after the new year. I wanted to ask about the December social, and
Yes,
it's all set, and how RSVPs are coming in, and
yes, RSVPs are coming in.
everybody's RSVP.
No, not everybody.
Kathy, I'll be there.
1, 2, 3.
Me
too.
Let's get it in writing, guys. Sign here, please.
1, 2.
And that's the reason for bringing it up.
Yes, when the chief left on Thursday, that was one of the things that he dumped on my desk. Said, "Here you go."
Yeah. Piece of cake.
So have you been in contact with them? Just
No, not yet.
I'll try to get a hold of Linda this week.
I've got everything we need to talk before you.
Call. Yeah,
Before
I
you
haven't
call her.
dived
Sit
dove
down.
into that one
I
yet.
figured that could wait until next week.
Yeah. I have a good. Yeah, I can text Jerry or probably Linda to do that.
I've got everything settled.
okay. Any other old business? All right, new business. National Fire Reporting System change. Can you explain that?
All right, so this has been going on for a little while, but I wanted to just inform you guys. I think it's a good time to let you guys know. So, without getting too detailed and too technical about how we collect our data, what we do with our data, NFRS is our fire incident reporting data. That is a nationwide database. It's set up through the federal government. We submit all our reports to the state fire marshal, and then they submit them to the National Fire Incident Reporting System. That NFRS has been around since the late 70s, and the data points haven't changed. So the federal government started what is called NERS. It is a complete change in the way we report our data. And how it really, our records management system has data points in that records management system. That's the image trend. That's where we get all these reports in the end that we hand you guys. Those data points, some of them are changing, some are not. So I wanted to let you guys know that probably within the next week or two, we will be on the NERS system. It was a nationwide rollout. We're one of the last. Everybody has to be on it by January 1st, everyone in the country. So our reports are going to look different. It's going to take 4 to 6 months to really get our heads wrapped around what the reports are going to look like, how the reports are compiled. Really just for the run reports, the overlapping calls, the mutual aid calls, how those look is going to change. If everything they tell us is true, it's going to be great. I don't know if that's true because I really haven't seen it in action yet. It's going to be, right now, NFRS data takes months to get back. It's going to be live, real time. You're going to be able to get heat maps, other stuff right from the federal government.
Does the data entry change?
The data entry changes a little bit on our end. So right now, like a 321 is a medical call, 321, 323, and now it's going to just have words. It's not going to have numbers. So the guys like me who've been typing in 321 for 20 years aren't going to be typing 321 anymore. So that's going to change. There's going to be some other minor changes in the records management system. That's the image trend side. But it's really, it's just those type of data points. I've been told, I haven't seen it yet, that it's not going to look too much different and it's going to be user-friendly. It's supposed to be more user-friendly. Again, I haven't seen, but I just wanted to let you guys know for the reports you get, this might be the last month, maybe next month, of these type reports. They're going to look different.
How can we get a demonstration on that? Is that something you can just go down there at the firehouse with the truck or put on the screen at some future point? I'm curious the nuts and bolts of that and what the guys are, I kind of want to get my head around that.
Yeah, so it's not really on the truck. The truck side is, well, there is some Tempsys data.
It's an office thing.
The records management system, we have an EMS side and a fire side for the records management. They're done by the same thing. We go through the state because it's free and we like free. Yeah. There is some fees to it, but the actual records management software is paid for by the state. Our EMS and fire are linked, and so the information does go back and forth, but technically it's two different systems. So the EMS side does get done on the trucks, the fire side does not. I can show you, anytime you want, you can come down and I can show you what our guys do and that's how all our records management for the inspections is in there. Our training wasn't there, it wasn't good, that's why we went to the other training software. But I am more than happy anytime to give you can come in, I can show you exactly what I mean and how that image trend works and how that records management. And I don't know how NERS works, but I hopefully will.
No, I'd like to see both. I'd like to see what's before we leave it, and then see what the other side.
And the screen's going to look the same because image trend isn't changing.
Yeah.
That's our records management software.
Yep.
Image trend is going to be exactly this. Well, not exact. It's going to look the same. The same colors, the same type of drop downs. The information image trend is getting is what's going to be different. It's those data points inside of image trend are going to be different. That goes off to the nearest system.
So what is your hope for the biggest advantage of the new system other than the data's live?
My biggest hope is heat maps. I've been trying to get heat maps. I don't like how our districts are set up. I think they were better under the old census data. We switched from the old census data probably 10, 15 years ago. The census data was a little more specific about where in town things are happening. I think our districts are way too big right now. and it doesn't really give you a real good picture of where incidents are happening. I think the heat maps, we have heat maps for 5-year data heat maps from 2011. They were wonderful, and I think our calls have changed since 2011 drastically, but without those heat maps, you're just a big, huge generalized area. This is where the calls are happening. Well, where in that? And I think those heat maps are going to be, I wish we had them a year ago. And I've been trying with our data to make them myself. And I'm not a GIS technical, expert. We could pay somebody probably $10,000 to produce those heat maps. But from what I understand, Nearest is going to have those heat maps available for free for us within like a month of the call happening, which will be awesome data.
And will it only be from January 1st going forward?
Yeah,
So
well,
not
nothing.
first-
It'll be nothing in the past. It'll only be that going forward. So, without knowing much about the Nearest system beyond that and using it, that's my biggest hope, and I'm excited for those heat maps.
That sounds like it'll be helpful. Thank you. All right, any other questions on that? No, it's really good stuff. Yeah. Technology. All right, another new business, I don't know if new business or old business, but I wanted to give an update as to, we had a meeting with the Tilton Selectmen. It was a non-public meeting, but there were a few other things that came up that I wanted to make you aware of. And the selectmen were very encouraging to have somebody from the department come on a more regular basis to their meetings and certainly, continue an ongoing dialogue and talk about anything that was coming up. We talked a little bit about the Opticon equipment for Exit 20, and that was coming up sometime in the coming year.
I know we have that in the budget for some.
Yeah, it's just kind of a process change,
Right.
By the parts, and we're kind of not, I'm going to say the weakest link, but everybody uses it.
Yeah.
I mean, you drive to Franklin, we don't pay for that. We get to drive through theirs, and Franklin drives through ours to help us, and State Police drives through. It's just, it's
And
just
I don't
how
know
it is.
How fast that equipment gets replaced, or how disruptive it's going to be when they decide to
Yeah,
do that
I mean,
out there on the
it's
street.
it's everybody's benefit. It's got to drive through it. And, we're going to do our
I
piece.
know we have some really old Opticom equipment.
Well, that was,
That's
and that's a potential nightmare. Right? So.
We also talked about the district-wide radio equipment and maybe the potential in the future of working on a few more grants for like the southern end of town and the north end of town. And then we talked about when we review our policies, that we look into making sure that the commissioners do their due diligence on any contracts or grant proposals. So those are sort of anything else that Scott was there?
Yeah, no, I think you pretty well got it.
Yeah, I thought it was a good meeting. Very receptive, good dialogue back and forth. So we thank the Tilton Selectmen for inviting us in and allowing us to have that conversation. Good meeting. I didn't know if you want to add anything.
I just want to kind of get better at what we're all doing. I think that it's about having we check in with the Northfield Selectmen and propose to do the same here. It's just going to be good for everybody.
All right. Any other new business that we don't have on here? No. Okay. Gonna move on. Is that right? All right. Review of meeting minutes. There. Got 3 sets.
Can I, if I send you calendar invites, does that work?
Yes, I can accept them, and it puts it on my
So what
calendar.
I have now, actually, I'll show you what here.
No, one that I send you, read, read.
So we have, you don't have to have everything in here. I can even give you the Tnfd shift calendar. Well, let me shut my calendar off so you can.
I didn't have anything in
So this is the Tnfd shift calendar. So it shows the
there. I did read through
ride
that.
along
Yeah.
schedules, when stuff's
I'll
going
make a
on that
motion, we
time.
accept the meeting
So
minutes,
there is
10/14,
more. The
2025.
Wabateen,
All right,
that is-
motion-
usually it's not.
Motion made and
Is that too
seconded.
much, or I can?
Yeah, no, don't want it.
Okay.
Any comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion approved.
A calendar invite for just the stuff.
I'll make a motion to accept
How would
meeting
you want to
minutes 10/22, 2025.
You know, I gotta be honest with you,
It's
I don't know
written.
if I wanna take the risk of that happening again.
And I'll second that. I do have a
Kathy
question on
sends
page
calendar every
4.
month.
Okay.
The last section there, in the budget,
It just,
740
Way
fire
overwhelming.
equipment, 740
Yeah.
EMS, 760 vehicles.
yep,
Discussion ensued about the number of line items that have not have zeros. Just grammatically.
It should be, it should be about the number of line items that have 0.
With that being the only item I noticed.
Was that your motion?
That was the motion, yeah. Paul made the motion. I seconded it.
Oh, okay.
Any other? All right, all those in favor of approving the minutes of the October 22nd, 2025 meeting with the correction to the verbiage on, as noted on page 4, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Got one more set there.
Public.
I'll make a motion to accept the meeting minutes 11/5, 2025 is written.
All right, I'll second that.
I'm coming up short because I have a non-public.
What?
No.
No.
This is we went into non-public during this meeting, but this is the minutes for that meeting.
Oh, okay. So, all right, that's what's throwing me off. I've got,
Yes.
I've got 5 line items here in the room. Okay.
Yeah, it
Sorry.
was real short at the beginning.
Yep, because we went right into it.
Yes.
All right.
All right, all those in favor?
Did you get a second?
I seconded it,
Okay.
I think. Paul made the motion, I seconded
I
it.
got a little hung up here.
All right, motion to approve the minutes of November 5th, 2025. Say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. All right, any other business? We have 2 sets of manifests we need to go through before we go, or then we need to go into non-public. We have non-public minutes.
Yeah, couple sets.
One to one?
Yes. October 14th and November 5th.
All right. We have it? Is there these 3 copies for minutes, right?
Yes, they're all put together.
I'd make a motion to approve October 14th, session 1 as presented, non-public.
I'll second it.
These are already sealed anyway.
Yeah.
For the motion. Okay.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We gotta go, there's more pages than the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a motion, we approve October 14th, session 2, non-public as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion made and seconded. Any further discussion, corrections, or comments? All right, hearing none. All those in favor of approving non-public session 2 minutes from October 14th, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. I want to add something to this one, so let's wait till non-public.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Anything else before we go into non-public? Thank you so much for your support. We certainly appreciate it.
Don't run away.
Did you want to use this non-public sessions, one and two, non-public, or
No, I think, do we need to reseal
you
those?
need to reseal those?
Oh, we need to reseal.
Kind of what I was thinking.
Session 1.
Can I make a joint motion to reseal everything from one?
Because we don't need to seal session 2, that was disposition reports.
All right, then I'll make a motion to seal session 1 from October 14th.
All right, we have a motion made by Jason, seconded by Paul to seal the minutes of the non-public session 1 from October 14th. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
You don't need a roll call on that?
Yes, you do.
Oh, I'm sorry, roll call vote. Paul Lozier?
Yes.
Tim Sally, yes. Jason Wright?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. All right, what did we?
Do we send them across?
You need the last one.
Right, but this is 1 and 2.
Okay, yeah.
Piled up here. It's a little lean.
Thank you.
And I have the one,
Which one? A? L?
let's see.
C?
Well, what do we need? We just need, I was going to talk about
Well, C we usually use for the disposition,
it. Okay.
and A is compensation and promotion dismissal.
Yeah, I want that.
That's the one you want. There you go.
All right. Today is November 10th, 2025. Is present.
$4.38.
All right, we need a motion to go into non-public.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Paul, second by Jason. Reason RSA 91-A:3, Roman numeral 2. A, dismissal, promotion, compensation, any public
We
employee,
need fuel.
or the disciplining of such employee, or the investigation of any charges against him or her unless the employee effectively has the right to a public meeting and to request the meeting be open, in which case the request shall be granted. Roll call vote, Paul Lozier.
Yes.
Tim Sattler, yes. Jason Wright. Aye.
Yes.
Yes, all right. And that was 6:15 PM.
All right.
Quarters paused. Kathy, do I just hit the red button?
It is on.
Oh, it's red now.
There's red.
I'll be right
All right, this is the Tilton Northfield Fire District Commissioners meeting, November 10th, 2025. We're coming out of non-public session at 7:18 PM. Entertain a motion to seal the minutes.
I'll make a motion to seal the minutes.
Second.
All right, we have a motion made by Paul, seconded by Jason to seal the minutes. Roll call vote to seal the minutes, Paul Ogier.
Yes.
Tim Sattler, yes. Jason Wright.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Did we already seal November 5th?
No, we need to, now that we're back in public session, we need to seal the minutes for the non-public session dated November 5th, 2025.
As amended.
As amended, all those in favor, roll call vote.
Who made the motion?
Oh,
I'll move your suggestion. I'll move that.
okay. So we have a motion to
Seal.
accept the,
To seal November 5th.
okay. Do I need to write that on here?
Sure.
What? Okay.
That was, she said yes, please.
Okay, you made the motion?
I'm making the motion to seal the November 5th non-public minutes as amended.
I'll second it.
Roll call vote, Paul Ogier.
Yep.
Tim Sattler, yes. Jason Wright.
Yes.
All right, motion's been made, seconded, and passed, and approved. Seal the minutes. Okay, I'm gonna give you back all of these. So now that we're back in public session, we wanted to say, because we didn't before, that the commissioners voted to approve,
Point.
to
Interim.
appoint,
Yeah.
to appoint Deputy Chief Sean as interim chief. So we'll make that public. I also wish to make public, I want to thank Kathy for all of her help through this whole process and keeping us on track. I certainly want to thank Mike Robinson for the wonderful service that he provides and the perspective that he brings, and we're very privileged to have Mike Robinson as a deputy chief. And we personally want to thank Sean for stepping up and at this right in the middle of the budget season and end of the year, and in addition to all his regular work as deputy chief, but now also taking up the role of the interim chief, and we thank you for that.
Thank you.
I think it was kind of a, well, I'm not gonna say mean trick, but it was kind of bad to put it all on you at this time of year.
I've been around for a minute. I got capped.
Well, I know, but it's right to the end of the year when budget and everything, dump it all on your lap. But hopefully you get through it.
Just, again, we talked at a previous meeting in reference to the building committee, and the building committee has talked, and I think there's a lot of sentiment from everybody involved that the building committee has done a fabulous job of putting together a plan that meets the requirements that were given to them. And that both the committee and the commissioners, a little surprised about the price tag. And there was some discussion about, this was several weeks ago, about moving forward with these public information sessions, and it was decided we would want to do that so that we could get some more public input. The building committee is meeting on Monday, the 24th.
No, it's Tuesday the 25th.
Is it?
I think so. Let me just double check.
Yes. Well, I've got the 24th written in my book, but that potentially is not accurate. Anyway, I was suggesting, because our next meeting isn't until December 9th,
Right.
I was wondering if we wanted to meet before that to discuss the outcome of those two public information sessions. Are you able to verify when the building committee meeting is?
The 25th.
Right, the building committee's
Oh,
meeting.
wait a minute. The budget committee is on the 25th.
I have a
So-
building committee in the second in my calendar, but that doesn't mean anything.
Building committee, I don't have the next meeting for the building committee.
It's on that calendar, I believe. You sure? Because I think I've got it.
Did I send out the calendar or not? Didn't I? Wouldn't surprise me. Sorry, guys.
No, we've got too many calendar things going on.
You're not kidding, right?
Monthly calendar. See, I see on the monthly calendar, we have a fire station on the 17th and a fire station committee on the
19.
19th. I don't see anything else on the November calendar. That doesn't mean there isn't, but there is a budget committee meeting on the 25th.
And then you're showing in December, you're showing a building committee?
That could just be, I don't know why I have that there.
Well, because they were meeting that first Tuesday. And
They were. Let me pull up their last minute.
Oh, yeah, that's just a repeat.
it's just a recurring.
It's
right?
a reoccurring, yeah.
Well, anyway, the reason I bring it up is this discussion about whether we want to have a meeting to discuss how the commissioners want to move forward with the building, because there's other calendar dates that are going to come up pretty fast if we want to move forward for the,
That is true. Public hearings on that
and
stuff.
whatnot. So I was going to suggest we try to have a meeting, not, the week after that, last week of the month. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday.
Okay, so the building committee is the 27th. No, that's the holiday.
That's Thanksgiving.
That's Thanksgiving.
Not many are going to show up.
No. Yeah, November 5th was the last one that,
So in the minutes. doesn't
in the
show.
minutes, yeah.
You said there's a budget committee
On the
meeting?
25th, on the Tuesday.
Yes, that's on Tuesday,
Nothing on Monday.
correct.
I was hoping that the building committee was meeting on Monday and then we could meet after that, but
Oh, you think they're meeting on the 23rd?
I thought they were meeting on the 24th, but
I don't have anything
I
on
don't-
the,
I think right the minutes, I don't remember. We talk about so many dates.
it's crazy.
Because I think we as commissioners are going to decide how we want to move forward.
You want to meet the following Monday, the 1st?
When are you leaving, Paul?
Yeah, Paul's leaving, yeah, he's
I'm
unavailable
here the
starting the
first week.
1st.
First week of December.
Yeah, the 1st he's
Their
back.
normal
So-
meeting would be on the 9th,
So
but
I'm gonna be leaving somewhere in there, probably. I mean, we can,
You're not, you said that you weren't available on the 1st,
well, I'm gonna be here the
That-
first week.
but you said you weren't available on the 1st, and
Monday
then
the
you were
1st.
leaving the following week.
Yeah, Monday the 1st I'm not, but anytime after
Right.
that,
and then
that week,
so can we have our regular scheduled meeting on the 9th?
yeah.
But
And after that, I probably wouldn't, gonna be leaving that week, towards the end of the week.
all right, so we have to have the budget finished by the 9th,
Correct.
right?
Yeah,
Because you're going to be gone for,
I'm gonna be going till probably after New Year's,
okay.
or after, yeah, someday there.
So do we want to, so I'm asking if we want to have a meeting like on the 2nd to talk about building. Or do we want to do it on the regular meeting on the 9th?
If Paul's gonna be out of town, you should probably discuss it prior to. So that he's here for that discussion.
Jason, how are you, your calendar, you have meetings on the 3rd
Tuesday.
Tuesday, the 16th.
So he has a meeting on the 18th of November.
Sean, are you available on the 2nd and or the 9th?
I am available both of those. Yes.
You in December?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
I propose that we have a meeting on the 2nd, and that meeting, because we don't have, do we have budget meetings scheduled?
No, the last one is on the 13th. Oh, no, wait a minute, that's tomorrow. The 12th. The 12th. It's Wednesday. That's the last one you scheduled.
Wednesday, yeah.
But I don't foresee getting everything done.
We're gonna crash right through it, Kathy.
You gonna have salary and wages done?
I'm ready now, I think.
No, you're not.
Well, I suggest we have a meeting on the 2nd to do budget and building, and then our regular meeting on the 9th.
Okay,
Does that seem?
let her rip. Gotta start somewhere.
I'm gonna write it in pencil. Because there are too many things I've crossed out.
Put it in my wife's calendar. She probably won't come.
Okay, thank you. All right, anything else?
Do we have disposition reports?
Yes.
Not tonight, we
Oh,
don't.
no.
I might have them Wednesday, but I don't.
Have you
think
both
so.
gone through those?
That's done.
Okay, that's done. Any other loose ends?
I don't believe so. Did you check off everything on your list?
I think I did. There's a few things that I'm gonna, after Wednesday's meeting, I might need a couple more documents for the public outreach, just to have the facts.
That's fine.
All right,
And you're going to,
Motion to adjourn.
all right, it's 7:31, we have a motion by Jason to adjourn, seconded by
Second.
Paul. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion approved, meeting's adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone.
Good one.